Bystander intervention is a critical element of harassment prevention. When coworkers speak up, harassment is far less likely to occur. The technique is simple. When bystanders see harassment, they must take action rather than silently witnessing the harassment and doing nothing. Bystander intervention creates a culture where harassment is not tolerated, and it puts prevention in the hands of every single employee. Future harassers will realize that their coworkers will speak up if they witness harassment and will think twice before harassing an individual in the workplace. In order for bystander intervention to work, managers and supervisors must not only encourage intervention, but they must train their employees on how to intervene. Bystander intervention includes engaging with the harasser, the target of the harassment, and other witnesses. Many studies have found that simply talking openly about inappropriate behavior to other witnesses helps create a culture intolerant of harassment. Bystander intervention is not physical. Effective intervention occurs through words or non-physical actions. For example, responding to an insensitive joke with a humorous remark like, "What is this, 1960?" is an effective way to make a point and highlight inappropriate behavior. Bystander intervention does not have to be confrontational. Talking to an individual in a private setting in a calm, non-threatening tone is usually a more effective approach. Rather than condemning the individual's behavior, employees should ask questions. For instance, did you know that your comments are offensive to some people in the office? Many studies have found that even talking openly about inappropriate behavior to other witnesses helps create a culture that doesn't accept harassment. For instance, saying, "Did you see that? That was not right." Sometimes the situation is severe enough to warrant immediate intervention. In these cases, there are several effective techniques. If possible, the best intervention is to simply interrupt and ask the victim for help with something in another area. If that option is not available, creating a distraction can stop the behavior before it gets worse and causes more harm. For instance, dropping a book or deliberately spilling a glass of water. Speaking to the target of harassment is also critical. Victims often feel isolated and afraid and may need help filing a complaint. Often, victims blame themselves, so it's important to reassure them that it is not their fault and that they did nothing wrong. Most victims don't report harassment for a variety of reasons. They don't want to take the risk alone. They fear retaliation. They are unclear how to report harassment, or they think nothing will be done. Many victims fear ending the harasser's career when all they want is the behavior to stop. If necessary, offer to accompany victims to the Human Resources Department or to file a complaint. Although it can be easier to do nothing, it's critical for bystanders to act either during or after the harassment. This action ultimately prevents future harassment. Bystander intervention helps victims of harassment often feel less alone and powerless. By intervening, the victim is shown that they are not alone and that they have an advocate in their fight against the harassment. This team feeling helps eliminate future harassment and makes the workplace a safe and comfortable environment for all employees.